Hey, beautiful souls. Today, let's dive into something that doesn't get enough credit for how amazing it truly is. Sadness. Yep, I said it. The thing we're often so quick to push under the rug or try to fix. What if sadness isn't here to bring us down? What if it's actually here to lift us up in its own unique way? Let's dive right in. Now, think about it. Just think about this for a second. When was the last time you really let yourself feel sadness? Without trying to push it away or block it off. I mean, really allowed yourself to sit with it. Instead of slapping a smile on your face and pretending everything's fine. I know that can be kind of scary. We're often taught that sadness means something's wrong with us or that we're weak and pathetic. But let me ask you this. Have you ever thought that maybe, just maybe, sadness is here to help you see things differently? So, let me share a little story with you about a recent experience I personally had. I found myself feeling deeply sad after discovering a close friend wasn't who she presented herself to be. She was someone who portrayed herself as truthful, nice, and knowledgeable in the world of self-help. She had all the right phrases, spoke about trusting the universe. She went to all the seminars and the gurus and seemed truly genuine. But over time, I noticed that a lot of what she felt and shared was just empty and hollow. It was like she was parroting words without any real understanding to them. She wasn't actually living by those principles she so often talked about. So for a while, I ignored those feelings. I pushed down my discomfort because I wanted to believe the best about her. Didn't choose to listen to my intuition, although I felt that way from day one. But eventually, I couldn't ignore it any longer. When I finally faced the truth, I felt this deep sadness. It was as if my heart was telling me, it's time to let go. And instead of running from sadness, I let myself sit with it. It was hard, but I began to see things clearly. That sadness helped me process my disappointment. And it reminded me of the importance of trusting my own feelings, trusting my intuition, even with no solid proof. It showed me that I'd been ignoring my intuition because I didn't want to deal with the reality of this specific friendship. So sadness can be like that wise friend who shows up at just the right moment to help you clean out old, dusty corners that are left in your heart, my dear soul. You know, the places where you've stuffed down all the feelings you didn't want to deal with. When we let sadness in, it can help us clear out old stagnant energy. It's like a mental and emotional spring cleaning. That's a big part of what I talk about in my book, The 4 Essential Pillars. And for some who know it, it's called Discover the Gifts of Your Disempowered Self. We can really dig into how to let go of the things holding us back, whether it's limiting beliefs, old wounds, the shadow self, or those not good enough thoughts that pop in out of absolutely nowhere, or so it seems. If you haven't checked it out, you might want to. It's available on Amazon, by the way. Just a quick plug. But really, it's packed with insights on how to transform those thoughts and feelings into something healthy. So here's something I would like to share with you, something for you to think about. How does sadness show up for you? Does it feel like a wave crashing over you? Or maybe like a gentle tug that pulls you back to something real? Feel free to pause here and reflect for a moment. Even jot down your thoughts. If you're up for it, share your experience in the comments below. Let's create a little community here where we can support one another through all emotions that show up for us, and know that you're not alone in your emotion. So with all that in mind, here are some tips to sit with sadness. So instead of running away from it, these small acts can help you connect with yourself in a kinder, more compassionate way. Kindness to yourself is of utmost importance through all emotions you'll ever experience. So one tip is give yourself permission to feel. This sounds simple, but it's super powerful. Next time you feel sadness creeping in, set a timer for like 10 minutes. Find a quiet space, sit down, and let whatever emotions come up, just let them be there. Don't judge them or label them as good or bad. Breathe deeply. And if it feels right, place a hand on your heart and just breathe into that space. You're not judging. No judgment. Tip 2, journaling. Beauty of journaling. When I was going through a tough time, I grabbed a notebook and poured everything out. I wrote down my anger, my disappointment, and all the things I wished I could say. Then, as I continued, I started to kind of see a pattern. I'd ignored my intuition because I didn't want to confront the truth. So journaling helped me see that sadness wasn't just showing up to bring me down and ruin my day. It was guiding me towards self-awareness. Just clarity. Journaling, powerful. Tip number 3, practice self-compassion. This may sound like a tough one, but it isn't. When we're hurt, it's easy to get down on ourselves for trusting someone who wasn't who they seemed to be. But please remember, we're all learning. Place a hand on your heart, take a deep breath, and offer yourself the same kindness you'd give a friend. And that would be a beautiful hug. Tell yourself it's okay. I did the best I could with what I knew at the time. This small act can help you soften your experience and bring in a little bit of light towards yourself. Tip 4, find humor where you can. Truly, go fish for humor. Looking back, it's almost comical how obvious the signs were that a friend wasn't as spiritual as she claimed to be. She could drop a quote about trusting the universe, yet completely miss the point when it came to an authentic connection. She wouldn't look me in the eyes when I was talking because she was busy in her head. So find a way to laugh at the irony. Humor can lighten the load, even for just a little bit. And the 5th tip, trust your gut. From this point forward, trust your gut. Sadness can be a teacher that leaves us with a deeper sense of self-awareness. It helps us fine-tune our instincts so that next time we're a little quicker to notice when something feels off and trust ourselves in it. We learn that it's okay to walk away from relationships that don't feel right and to trust that intuitive hit we just received. These tips are part of the process I share in my book, 4 Essential Pillars, which is all about working with emotions like sadness and betrayal, and so many more, even anger. So if you're looking to dig deeper into these emotions and explore how they can guide you towards transformation, you might find some valuable insights in my book. And if this resonates and you're craving more personal guidance, I offer one-on-one coaching sessions. As a coach specialized for over 18 years in neuro-linguistic programming, NLP, and connecting with the divine inspiration and channeling information, I help you, yes you, find the tools you need to move forward step by step. And if you'd like to learn more, all the information is in the description below. So next time sadness shows up, invite it in. Come on in, sadness. Let it stay a while. Pour a cup of tea and let it do what it came to do. Sit with it, reflect, journal, and find the humor where you can. Remember, my loves, sadness isn't here to harm you. It's here to hold you, to help you process, and to bring you closer to your true self. Not anyone else's, just yours. Now here's a question for you to actually ponder. How has sadness shown up in your life to help you let go of something that wasn't serving you? Take your time answer that prompt. If this resonates with you, please share your story in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on today's episode. And if there's anything you'd like me to cover in the future videos, let me know. Let's support each other and continue growing together, one step at a time. You're not alone on this journey. You're never alone, anytime. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Please share this video if you found it helpful. Let's keep building this community of beautiful, reflective souls. I love you all so dearly. Have a beautiful day.